Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn how to create a EC2 instance in our AWS. First log into your AWS account. If you have not created yet, then you may see our previous video to learn how to create an AWS account. Now go to this home page and the search bar search for EC2. So you can see here one EC2 is here. Then click on this. See, your EC2 page will be opened here. Before we start this, you should know that what is a EC2. In simple language, we can say that if we want to create a website or an app, but we don't want any physical computer, instant we can rent one from the Amazon. Then you can rent by paying some amount of fees on the usage. So it's a type of a virtual computer, or we can say a server in the cloud that we can turn on, use and turn off whenever we want. So the basic feature of EC2 is they are virtual computers, on demand use, fully control, accessible 24 by 7, security. And if you want to study, you can see use cases, benefits and features. You can study here also. In our normal EC2 website also provide you information about themselves also. Now see, there are many options to launch a EC2 instance. If you have searched for EC2, you will land here on this page and you can see here launch EC2 instance. Sorry, launch instance. Now you can launch from here also or go to your instances. Then you can see two more options. One is here of launch instance, another is here. We can click on any three ones. One was in our dashboard. We will go on the same page in future. So in our EC2 instance, we can give any name here. It shouldn't be unique. It can be a same name also because it's an EC2. We can create it with same name. In some of the features in AWS, we cannot provide the same name. We need to provide a unique name. So first name will be demo. Then we will go to our second option. Here is application and OS images. See, for the quick start, you can select Amazon Linux, Ubuntu, Lab, whichever OS operating system you are comfortable with. Choose that one, and you can also select the free tier one for the students. Students who are learning can select a free tier one just to see, means the how the things are working. We need to understand that. So here we will select AWS Linux only for our default. Moving further, here you can also browse more AMIs. I will just show you AMIs. So here are so many. You can select, some are paid, some are for free. So we will go back, cancel. Yes, so we have selected in quick start only. Now we can also select the architecture of 32-bit or 62-bit. So we are going with the default one only. Now the main thing, instance type. Here you can see the instance type. Yes, so you can see there is T2.nano, T2.micro, T2.small, medium, large. See, if you will notice here, when it's coming T2 large, then it's 16 GIB memory. Here it is 32 GIB memory, and CPUs are also increasing. So this means that instances types are of a family. There are more family, then you will get more number of processes, more number of storages. You know the memory we need, the CPU we need, then current generation also. So if you will have want to play, means some kind of game like GTA 5, you will use a heavy computer. You cannot go with the basic one. So here also, according to our requirement, we will choose our instance type. Rest you can search on Google, also on your any browser, that which EC2 instance type you should prefer with your requirements. Also, if you want to read, you can read all of this. See, and here is options of compare two instances. See, additional cost may apply for AMIs with pre-installed software. Some are there. Now we came on a very third of a part of key pair login. So now we can select one key pair login which I have already created, but I will create a new one for you all guys. As a first step, we will give a name demo today, because name was already provided, so I have given a unique name. There are two types of encryption methods. Here you can use RSA or ED25519. We can choose any. I am choosing RSA. You can choose ED also. Not such difference. Now .pem. See, these files are used for open SSH, which has been started moreover than Windows 7 plus we always use .pem files. Below that we used to use .ppk. See, here it is written also, for use with PUTY, for use with open SSH. So now create this. After you click on create button, you will see a file has been downloaded also. So I will check. See, our file has been downloaded here. So now we'll move forward, and now we came here on networks. So networks we are going to study in detail in our next videos, but for a basic type I will just give you. We can allow SSH traffic from the internet for just for the starting, then HTTP traffic also from the internet. Now this is your storage. So what happens there, if you are creating a computer who can process so much, but what about you need to give it a storage also. Like if you are having a website of few GB, then you need to provide it with those GBs. Like here I am having option, this is a free tier, so 8, then I can add a volume also. You can use the same. I am having a free tier of 30 GB, so I can expand also, but I will choose this one only because I am not going to use it anyway. Means 8 GB is too much, I am not going to use. So we will click on the advanced details. So here you must be imagining that so many things are there we are skipping. This is because we are making a simple EC2 instance. In future classes I am going to tell you about many things like auto load balancer. Then we will change the edits, we will work on Jenkins also, and many other tools we are going to work in future. So let's leave the things, we will move slowly by slowly. So let's paste a bash file. I was having this bash file which I will give you in description also. So let me explain. I'm using a bash file. If you know Linux, you can understand. First I'm updating my system, then I'm installing something, then I'm starting it, then I'm enabling it, then I am giving my message so that it can be seen. I'm taking the IP address of a host name only. Then in the file which pre-exists in httpd, it will give me a message. So we can see here we are having a summary. We can also create many instances, like 10 instances, 12 at a single time, then 1, but remember that the name of the instances will be same. You can edit it after that also. So here you can see your AMI image, like software image we are using, the instance type, firewall type, group, storage, and everything. So let's launch our first instance. Click on this launch button. It will take few seconds only. If your internet connection is good, then it will take not more than few seconds to create an instance. So you can see here our instance has been created successfully. So we'll go back to instances. We can see that our instance should be displayed here, but it's not here. Here no auto refresh button works, so you need to manually refresh it from here or directly from your website. So see, instance came. Here is the name changing button. I told you if you create multiple instances, you can just edit the name as I edited right now. So there are few things you need to see when your instance is in running condition. First, instance state should be in running. If it's showing pending or something, you should refresh again and again from here. Now we will wait for status check option. So here initializing is displaying. We will wait until this initializing goes and something comes up. So guys, here you can see that status check is also completed, 2 by 2 passed. Now you can also see here many things are there, means it's kind of summary here, don't need to open the instance, but you can read like owner ID, the ID which I am having, then the key name, security if I will give in future the name, monitoring is disable IPs and all. Now click on instance ID, you will land on this page. Now how we will know that our instance is running in real time? So firstly we can open it from here, open address. There are two ways to open, I will show you both ones. So this is a free tier, so this will take few seconds to load. So you can see here page cannot be reached because of this. If you remember, we have selected the SSH file and HTTP file only. So let's again try with HTTP. See, the message which we want to display is here, hello from, then it's showing my IP of my instance, not my computer IP, of an instance IP. If I will restart or reboot this instance, the IPv4 will be changed. So what we will do, we'll copy once again, this is the second method. I will go here, I will directly type http forward slash, then forward slash, then paste the IP, then enter. We can also come from here. So we can see that our instance is working. Now guys, we have created a simple instance. Next we are going to learn how to connect our instance with Jenkins or any other software which I will choose later on. So when we have created instance, now it's time to delete it because the runtime will cost me. See, firstly, if this is unchecked, then checkbox this item, then go to instance state. Here you can see stop instance also you can do, means you have created once, you don't want it now, but in future if something happens to the instance not working properly, reboot it, your IPs and addresses will get changed. Now we want to delete it, we will terminate our instance. So you can see here it's giving us a warning for termination, but still we will terminate because we haven't added that much things. So cancel, then you can see reload it again. Now see, here you can see shutting down. Just wait for it till it shuts down properly. So shutting down still. So you can see here our instance is terminated now. It means our instance has been closed. Now go to dashboard. When you are creating multiple instances, you need to come to dashboard. You can see the number of instances which are running, the number of instances which are there. Still we have terminated, it is there. When we will re-log into our account, this instance will be 0. Here you can see the key pairs because 6 I was already having, one I have created today. And now security groups are also there and many other things. So we will just close it. So thanks for watching. Meet you in our next video.